At the age of 17, Byron Pitts was a first-year college student, a midterm away from flunking out. On one particularly memorable day, his English professor handed back his most recent essay marked with a D+. Shortly after hearing the professor say, "You're wasting my time and the government's money," Pitts began filling out the papers to withdraw from school. Fortunately for him, a stranger took the time to listen to his story. As Pitts described it, "She stopped. She helped me. She was encouraging just like my mother and other people in my life. She planted seeds of kindness in me and optimism." Although much could be analyzed from this story, the main point I'd like you to take away is that the relationship between Pitts and his new unofficial mentor began with her willingness to listen. Listening is a crucial life skill deeply rooted in the context of its ability to help create, maintain, and enhance positive relationships. One might go as far as to say that listening is the quintessential positive interpersonal communication behavior, as it connotes an appreciation of and an interest in the other. Such a statement is not without its empirical warrant. Research shows that feeling listened to or being heard is vitally important for many types of conversations and is an expected part of many relationships from early childhood to the end of life. Good listening is an important aspect of parenting, marital relationships, salesperson performance, customer satisfaction, and healthcare provision, and the list could go on. Good listeners can enhance others' ability to cope with and remember events. They are more liked, rated as more attractive, and garner more trust than those less proficient. And they have higher academic motivation and achievement, a higher likelihood of upward mobility in the workplace. Adding to the importance of listening, research finds that natural decrements in the ability to process speech can negatively impact individual and relational health and well-being. Despite the recognition of listening as a key and important element of interpersonal communication, chances are you've never had a class in listening. Think about it. Think about your schooling from grade school all the way through elementary and high school, and if you had a chance to go to college or even graduate school. How many courses have you ever taken in your life that focused explicitly on listening? My name's Graham Bodie. I'm a professor of integrated marketing communication at the University of Mississippi, and I'm a listening scholar. I teach people to listen, which when I tell people that, they oftentimes sort of laugh or shrug their shoulders and say, "What in the world does that mean?" Well, you're going to find out in this course, Becoming a Professional Listener. Becoming a professional listener is a self-guided journey that builds your active listening skill base. The simple fact is that listening is a complex skill set. It's not something that you can accomplish by a single one-day, half-day, or even weekend-long executive retreat. It's not simple, it's not passive, it's not otherwise second nature or common sense. It's a complex set of attitudes marked by genuine respect and regard for all. It's part skill, enabled by specific verbal and nonverbal behaviors, and it's part physical, driven by a host of physiological, somatic, cognitive, and motor functions. So what can you expect? Well, you can expect a guided tour through specific self-analysis and reflection exercises designed to unearth how you listen and what barriers are in place of your most effective and productive listening. Mindful listening. It's about paying close attention to not only the people, but the places and the sounds in the environment around you. And we wrap this up with what's called the 80-20 rule. In other words, you should spend 80% of your time listening and 20% of your time talking. Now that's a rough average, but in general, that's what we're going for. Spending more of your time listening and less of your time speaking. As Larry King was famous as saying, he's never learned anything when he's opening his mouth. So welcome to Becoming a Professional Listener. I hope you have an amazing experience and that you tell others about that experience once you're through.